Hi,
we're
HKU
Landscape.
We're here today to show you the planting in the Kowloon Walled City Park. This park is named after the infamous Kowloon Walled City, a dense and packed urban community. Imagine buildings packed right next to each other, so close that you could practically hop to the next building's rooftop. But because of the lack of regulation and suspicious activity, the British and Chinese governments eventually demolished the buildings. In its place, they created a Chinese-style garden for the community. Follow us as we share the experience with you. Wow, guys, we made it to the Kowloon Walled City Park!
Yay!
Yahoo!
Yeah!
I can't wait to see the remains of the walled city and the beautiful garden here. It's gonna be a real blast. The park features the 8 floral walks, a suggested path that takes you through 8 unique planting schemes to showcase the variety of the garden. Each path creates a different atmosphere by the usage of featured species. The first path is Pine Hill. Mason pine, slash pine, Buddhist pine, shore juniper are some of the plants you can find here. Being evergreens, pine trees are associated with longevity and discipline. To complement the strength, rocks are placed along the path, an important feature of Chinese gardens.
Buddhist pines and taller slash pines create a layered view of landscape. It is also a great place to sit and relax. As you exit the pine tree path, you pass through the Mountain View Pavilion. An alignment of Southern magnolia is expected to bloom between May and July, which will give off a beautiful fragrance. Being in the back of the garden, densely planted Ficus microcarpa provides shade and create a sense of solitude by framing the path. You can find many people relaxing here in peace. Walking through this curvy path complements the area's peaceful experience. It looks a bit lifeless in winter because the myrtle were not quite in bloom yet. But in the flowering season, you will be able to find the red and pink flowers flowing in the open breeze.
This Chinese-style moon gate leads us to the bamboo path. A line of bamboo creates a softer contrast with the historical brick wall. Camellia japonica are planted as a backdrop, which form a dense cluster of tall bushes to create a sense of enclosure. Let's see what the staff works here thinks about the park.
我係工作於娛樂嘅喎，我收工之後咧，我喺度自己周圍影相喎，好靚嘅喎喺度影相。你當時影啲咩啊？影啲風景咧，因為我哋公園嘅設計咧，佢分咗好多界，即係好多個部分㗎嘛。咁每一個部分有唔同嘅介紹㗎嘛，所以咁好靚嘅喎。
The pomegranate trees are on a very steep slope. They definitely break the 1 to 3 routes. We had not come at the right time to see the pomegranate in bloom, but if they were, we could see bright red flowers and fruits lightening the path. We are covered by red canopies in the red leaf path, like the cream creep myrtle, mountain tallow tree, and copper leaf. They brighten the path. The planting choice here is clever. With the mix of tree species, visitors are able to see featured trees all year round.
Water was the main theme in the west side of the park. The designer planted traditional tree species like Callistemon Venus and the Seedless Baby Lolica, producing a green and peaceful environment. So it's no wonder you can find so many people performing Tai Chi in this area. Here in the Longqing Pavilion, you will find a fragrant flower path. Tea olive, jasmine, and port-wine magnolias are planted around both sides of the corridor, soothing you. By following the path, we come to the southwestern side of the park. Here we have many subtropical plants like banana trees. These banana trees are taller than me. They are planted extensively along the path. Their flabby big leaves providing welcome shade and shelter from the sun. We enjoy the whole journey very much, and what impressed me the most is that we can go into nature and closely observe the vegetation by smelling, touching, and hearing.
I agree. It's really special how they incorporated different atmospheres into one flowing path.
The planting design in Kowloon Walled City Park fully utilized the entire space and create different distinctive areas and paths.
The park's planting design as a Chinese garden has inspired me to think more about the cultural potential of plants and how they could interact with a place's history. It will surely be a great reference in the future.